means 3. Tri means what? 3. So that means we are dealing with a shape with 3 angles. Are you getting it now? So triangles is a shape that has 3 angles and 3 sides. Now let's look at the types of triangle. Types of triangle. So the first type of triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, a right angle triangle is the one that has a square corner, right? So we have this right angled triangle, right? Right angled triangle. After the right angled triangle, there is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So the isosceles triangle is a triangle that the base angles are equal. So base angles are equal. Are you getting it down? And 2 sides are equal. So how do you know isosceles triangle? 2 sides are equal, and those sides that are equal, they face a particular angle like this one, which are also what? Equal. Can you see that now? So this is an isosceles triangle. These 2 sides are equal. These 2 angles are equal. This side is different and this angle is different. So what does that mean? That means if this place is given to be, let's say, 75 degree, this will definitely be 75 degree. And if this place is given to be, let's say, 10 centimeter, then this will definitely be 10 centimeter. We just assumed. Are you getting it now? So after the isosceles triangle, we have the scaling triangle. A scaling triangle is a triangle in which no sides, no angle is equal. So a scaling triangle is a type of triangle in which no sides, no angle is equal. So meaning this can be 1, this can be 2, and this can be 3. So no sides, no angle is equal. So then we have the third one, which is the equilateral triangle. So the equilateral triangle is a triangle that is like the opposite of scaling triangle. So in this one, all sides are equal and all angles are equal. So what happens here? Sides are equal. Sides are what? Equal. And angles are what? Angles are equal. So all sides are equal, all angles are equal. But for this one, no angle, no side is equal for scaling triangle. Okay? No sides, and angle, no angle is what? Equal for this. So but for isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal and 2 sides are equal. For right angle, it has a square corner, and the value of the square corner is 90 degrees. So that's how you to know them. And don't forget that all these shapes can be flipped. It can be flipped. So now let's take 2 examples working with the internal angles. Okay, let's work with internal angles of a triangle. Are you there? Is actually isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Let's have this now. Let's have this angle to be. Let's say this angle is no. Let's have this angle to be 65 degrees. And let's look for A and let's look for B. We're looking for A and B, yes. If you look at this shape very well, right, just like we are not the same, triangles too are not the same. This right angle, are we there? Yes. What makes it right angle is the fact that all these, the square corner is 90 degrees, meaning that these two will only share. They only share the remaining 90 to make it 180. Do you understand now? Who doesn't understand what I'm saying? Sum of all the angles in the triangle is 180 degrees. It can't be more than 180. So that anywhere you see this square corner, whether it is labeled or it is not labeled, it is 90 degree. Any layer or any shape that you see a square corner like this, just know it is 90 degree. That's 90 degree in view. Do you understand? Because it is a perpendicular. Every perpendicular angle is 90 degrees. So the face, the sign you can see on this shape is what distinguishes it from other triangles. Do you understand now? So everywhere you see it, it is 90 degrees. So now let's have few examples. Let's call this example 1. This is an example 1, okay? And let's have example 2. We may have up to 10 examples, but let's try. So let's have another one like, so this example 2. Example 2. Let's have this example 3. Or let's have an example 4 too. So that we can at least test our head if it is working. Look up everybody. So let's have this example. But before we proceed, do not forget that the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. The sum of angles in a triangle is what? 180 degrees. So if you are looking for any missing angle, first thing you need to look at is which type of triangle do you have with you? So this is what? Isosceles. So this is an isosceles what? Triangle. And what are the properties of isosceles triangle? Base angles are equal. So these are the base angles. Okay? Because this is pointing here and this is pointing here. Are you getting it now? That means the A is going to be 65 degrees because it is what? Base angle of what? Base angle of what? Of isosceles triangle. Of an isosceles triangle. Are we there? So the base angle of an isosceles what? Triangle. So now what is B? B is going to be what? So that will be 180 minus 65 minus 65 plus. So that will be 180 minus 65 plus 65 because it is angle in the what? Triangle. So that means our B is going to be 50 degrees. So do you understand? So our B is going to be 50 degrees because if we have 65 plus 65, that's 130. 180 minus 130, that gives us 50. So 180 minus 130, that gives us what? 50. For the second example, look up. You saw which type of triangle do we have here? Right angle triangle. So meaning that this square corner is what? 90 degrees. And what is the sum of angles in the triangle? 180. So that means to get this is going to be what? 180 minus 90 plus 30 in brackets. Are you getting it now? So that means 120. So let's mark this angle to be like, let's say C. That means angle C will be equal to what? 60 degrees. So simple or difficult? Simple. So now the next one, which is number 3, we have which type of triangle do we have here? Isosceles. How do you know it's an isosceles? Because these two sides are equal. So meaning that this angle Y is equal to this also. So meaning that this should have been labeled Y as well. So that means to find the Y is going to be 180 minus 30 divided by 2. So why are we dividing it by 2? Because they are base angles of isosceles triangle and they are equal. They are what? Equal. Are you getting it now? So now let's do the math. So what is This divided by 2, that will be 150 divided by 2, and that means our y is equal to 75 degrees. So, therefore, 4, which type of triangle do we have there? Equilateral triangle. And for equilateral triangle, what happens? All sides are equal, all angles are equal. Meaning that our x is going to be 180 divided by 3. And that means our x is equal to 60 degrees. Final result. So this is how to find internal angles of a triangle. Are you getting that? So 3 angles and they are equal. Sum of angles in the triangle is 180. I just divide it by 3. Okay? So just practice more.